How you doing, man? It's Chris Ballard with the Colts.
I'm doing great. How about you, sir?
Good, man. Welcome to Indy. We're going to pick you right here. We're excited to get you, man.
The Indianapolis Colts are a team that has really been flying under the radar this offseason, and I don't think anyone realizes what this team actually can be in 2024. They've got an electric QB that finally will be on the field, and they've built a squad around him. And with the NFL schedule just now officially being released, I want to talk about everything on this team's plate as we very quickly start to approach mandatory camps, and then before you know it, the season will be here. Before I get into everything, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are now on the road to 30k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. So I mean, what better way to start off this video than talking about the schedule that just got released, and I think everyone got what they wanted with a week 1 rematch against the Houston Texans. I'm not a fan of either of these teams, but I still vividly remember watching that week 18 game because I'm a Browns fan to see who we would face, and that was one of the most crazy endings ever, and it was a game the Colts should have won. But now it's a new year and a fresh start. Anthony Richardson will be able to showcase his talent on the field, and you can just tell that there is a lot of local buzz around this team, even if they aren't getting covered like they should nationally. The Colts will be looking to take a step this season by reaching the postseason for the first time since 2020, and to do that, they'll have to find success against opponents from the NFC North and AFC East. The Colts will get one appearance in primetime for now, coming in a Sunday Night Football matchup against Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. Even though this team does get the rematch they wanted in week 1, it won't be the easiest start for the Colts as they face 2 teams that advanced in the 2023 playoffs in weeks 1 and 2. In fact, things could remain interesting beyond that point, with the new-look Chicago Bears coming into town in week 3 and the Pittsburgh Steelers, with quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Justin Fields seeking redemption, visiting in week 4. The challenging start and 9 road games pose a real test for Richardson, who, like I said, returns from season-ending shoulder surgery after just 4 starts as a rookie in 2023. And the Colts won't get a break for quite some time, given their week 14 bye. To make some bold predictions, I think the Colts will win in Jacksonville this season for the first time since 2014. I'm just not that big on Trevor Lawrence, so look for this to be the season the Colts snap the stretch of 9 consecutive road losses against their division opponents. Among AFC South teams, the Colts have it easier than the Houston Texans and the Jags. Their strength of schedule is a reported 21st, tied with the Tennessee Titans. The Colts will have 7 games against teams that made the 2023 playoffs in Houston twice, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Green Bay. According to PFF, the Colts actually have one of the brightest futures in the league according to their current young talent and available cap space. And they look to have answered 2 of the biggest questions in 2023 with head coach Shane Steichen and quarterback Anthony Richardson. Despite playing just 4 games in the season, Richardson showed flashes of brilliance before being lost to that shoulder injury. And Steichen is now seen as one of the brightest young coaches in the entire NFL. General manager Chris Ballard has lined up the team and contracts to be a player in free agency despite having a pair of highly coveted free agents of his own. Wide receiver Michael Pittman and defensive lineman Grover Stewart are in for massive pay raises, especially Pittman. The Colts don't have quite as much cap space as the Titans, but given where quarterback Anthony Richardson was selected in the 2023 NFL Draft, they will be confident that they have the position figured out for the foreseeable future. They will look to make a splash on defense and add an impact defender like cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, who earned a 71.1 PFF grade with the Kansas City Chiefs this past regular season. But the biggest advantage of having so much cap room is that they can place the franchise tag on Michael Pittman Jr. as they look to keep him around long term. With nearly $60 million in available cap space, the Colts can re-sign Pittman and Stewart and still be aggressors in free agency, especially the way contracts can be structured to minimize the cap hits in the early years of a new deal. So man, when I think about this team's future, it truly is scary if they do things the right way and bring the right guys in around the young studs they have. And like I said, Steichen really does look like a home run hire. Richardson and running back Jonathan Taylor only played a handful of plays together in 2023, and the Colts still went to the final whistle before being eliminated from the playoffs. And as I mentioned, I really thought they should have won this game. It was just an unfortunate last play. Alright, now I want to talk about who this team took a few weeks ago in the 2024 NFL Draft. With their first pick at the number 15 spot, they took the first defensive player off the board in Laiatu Latu, a defensive end out of UCLA. This was obviously great value with how all the defensive players fell, and he could have maybe been a top 10 pick in most drafts. In the second round, the Colts got another player who I thought was outstanding value for being the number 52 overall pick, and that player is Texas Longhorns receiver A.D. Mitchell. The 6'2", 205-pound Mitchell ran a blazing 4.34 40-yard dash and recorded a 39.5-inch vertical leap at the 2024 NFL Combine in Indianapolis earlier this year. Mitchell spent the first 2 years of his college career at Georgia, where he appeared in 21 games with 38 receptions for 560 yards with 7 touchdowns, including the go-ahead touchdown in the 2022 College Football Playoff title game at Lucas Oil Stadium. The 21-year-old Mitchell then transferred to Texas for the 2023 season and put up career highs in receptions with 55 for 845 yards and an average of 15.4 yards per catch with 11 touchdowns. Mitchell played in the College Football Playoffs every season in his 3-year collegiate career, so he does not shine away from the big moment, and I think this was a great pick and a great player to put alongside Anthony Richardson as they both can grow and develop together. Next, the Colts added to their offensive line, selecting Pitt tackle Matt Goncalves with the number 79 overall pick. The 6'6", 317-pound beast appeared in 38 games with Pitt from 2020 to 2023. He played both left tackle and right tackle and was named a team captain in 2023, so he's going to be a great asset to have to potentially protect Richardson throughout his career. The rest of the draft, the Colts just kept taking positions and players of need, and I can't wait to see how some of these young careers unfold early on. Usually about 1 or 2 late round picks end up actually playing at some point, so let me know in the comments below which 2 you think that will be. Anyways, as I was talking about earlier with Jonathan Taylor, he is coming off an injury, but we all know how much talent this guy has, and I think he's going to be back to putting up those eye-popping numbers again, especially with the threat of Richardson's legs at quarterback. Defenses are going to have to keep their eyes on both guys at all times, and I think that will create a ton of opportunity for explosive breakout runs. As for Anthony Richardson, we all know he has elite talent, but he's still super young, and even though Colts fans do have a bit of expectations right now, I think everyone needs to be patient because most rookies hit a rookie wall at some point, and as a fan, you gotta be mentally ready for it. But I still think he will put up a spectacular season overall. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, make sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, follow me on Instagram because I am posting tons of cool sports content every single day. And until next time, I will see you all later.